At Wind River Resort and Casino, we like to celebrate life's little moments. Oh, and the big ones too. Because around here, when you're completely in the moment, that's when the magic happens. Come in and find your moment at Wind River Resort and Casino.
Hello everyone, I'm meteorologist Mike Kruger and you are watching Coffee with Kruger. Hopefully you can hear me. These live remotes, usually the first day I have to kind of transition and kind of go through some things, but I am in my Airbnb in South Lake Tahoe. And the reason I'm in South Lake Tahoe is because my son, you may have heard if you haven't been watching or if you have been watching, my son is in the state championships for snowboarding for the Alpine team, snowboarding team. Of course, they've got skiing as well at Shasta High School. So very excited to be here, and it's snow out on, I'm looking out, there's this big window and I can see the forest and snow, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. I can't really move, maybe tomorrow I'll be able to show it to you better, but because I can get set up, but just absolutely gorgeous. So we're going to be going through this pretty quickly because I need to get my son up on the mountain so he can get to practice. He's not racing today. The skiers are racing today. Snowboarders are racing tomorrow. So that tomorrow is the big day for him as we go out there. I'm going to check in with some of your comments here real quickly here, if I can find it. Okay. Looks like we got no one saying that the audio is out or anything of that nature. So very happy about that. That is thrilling. So tell you what, let's get right to the forecast. And we're going to go through Kruger's quick cast, then the main deep dive, and then we're pretty much going to wrap things up. So let's start off by taking a look at the radar. Okay, so the radar is going to show that anything that we saw yesterday is gone, but we're getting some wraparound moisture coming in on that system. And what that's doing is it's bringing in a few light snow flurries off in extreme eastern portions of, say, Lassen County, and may make its way into parts of Plumas County as well. But that's really the extent of it. So you're heading out the door this morning, and essentially what you've got here is a chance for showers on the coast. Overall, though, that's mainly in the form of some mist and drizzle. Now, the valley, of course, we are seeing some fog for some of you this morning. Otherwise, we do expect to see mainly clear skies later on today. So there you can see all of the clouds, all of the activity that is heading our way from the Pacific Ocean. That is what's going to keep things cool and unstable here through this week. I don't anticipate there to be a lot of rainfall. Now for today, let's just kind of get through today. And here you can see, yeah, I mean, this is essentially what's going on this afternoon. You've got mainly sunny skies here, eventually partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies for the valley. And then you can see the rain off to the west, which we'll get into that a little bit later. Now, if you're heading out to the Mount Shasta Ski Park, conditions are good. They've got new snow over the groomed trails, so conditions are pretty good up there. Don't anticipate to see much more in the way of snow over the next 3 days. Now, we may see more on top of that going into Thursday, but there you can see, of course, no chain requirements over our region. And for those of you that may be watching from Tahoe, looks like conditions are certainly better, but there are still, looks like, some chain requirements on Highway 50 as you're heading out to Sierra Tahoe. So just kind of be aware of that there's still going to be some very icy spots out in that region. But of course, in the North State, things are looking good. Now, what do the road conditions look like? Well, they're going to be improving here for today because we just don't anticipate to see much more in the way of rain or snow. But by tonight, early tomorrow morning, we may see some activity out towards northeastern Lassen County, and of course out towards Modoc County as well for Cedar Pass. So here's your forecast for today. Temperatures upper 50s to low 60s, 40s for many of you in the higher elevations. Now tonight, we are dropping down in the low to mid 40s for the valley, and looks like in the 20s and 30s for the higher elevations, low 40s for the coast. All right, let's take a look at your 7-day outlook, and really what we're seeing here is off and on chances for showers through Wednesday. Thursday is going to be really the bulk of any rain that we do see. And then we dry things out for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Same situation for the coast. We're drying out for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Maybe some showers tomorrow morning, and then later in the day on Wednesday, and then showers possibly on Thursday. All right, let's take a look at Siskiyou, Modoc, and the Eastern Mountains. Snow levels, by the way, on average, which, by the way, it's going to be very light when we're talking rain and snow, but snow levels on average between 3,500 and 4,500 feet. All right, take a look at Lake Oroville this morning. gorgeous. You can see some of the low clouds and some of the fog that we are seeing out there, obviously around the Lake Oroville. Things are looking pretty good there. And yeah, gorgeous sunrise there out at Lake Oroville, North Forebay. Now we take a look at Chico. Doesn't look like we have much in the way of fog there either. At least on Main Street, Chico on Highway 32. Things are looking pretty good on Highway 99 at Neal Road. We take a look at Reading. Now this is going to be out at Highway 44, and there it is. There's the fog everyone's telling me about, right? Of course, I'm not there experiencing it because I'm here in South Lake Tahoe. But there is a visual proof of the fog that we are seeing. Now that should burn off here pretty quickly once the sun does come out, and then we'll be looking at partly cloudy skies as we take you through the afternoon. All right, let's go ahead. And of course, you saw the ad at the very beginning, and of course, Coffee with Kruger would not be possible without our sponsor, and that of course is Wind River Resort and Casino. At Wind River Resort and Casino, enjoy friendly service, a wide variety of specials and promotions, plus all of your favorite slots and table games. Yeah, I've got Curtis Brown here saying, good morning, Mike. Fog here, but burning off. So that is to be expected. Once the sun comes out, we're going to see that kind of burn off here as we take you through the day. So thank you, Curtis, for that information here. We've got Nancy saying good morning, as well as Jay. Good morning. Had a good amount of rain this weekend. And then, of course, Kathy saying good morning. Good morning to you as well. Good morning to all of you. Let us get to that forecast. And of course, we're looking at the sponsor there, right? All right, so let's take a look at the radar. And again, real quickly, we are beginning to see a few snow flurries on the backside of that low pressure system move from north to south. In extreme eastern, southeastern Lassen County, Plumas County may see some of that here in the next hour or so. All right, so cooler and unsettled this week. Often on chances for showers and mountain snow. Next weekend looks dry and mild, but the long range looks cool and wet. All right, so again, we take a look at the big picture here. There you can see, of course, the clouds that are approaching. We do have that cool and unsettled weather pattern that's going to be moving in. So let's take a look at the next couple of days. So as mentioned, that fog should burn off for most of us in the valley. We've got partly cloudy skies by the afternoon, partly to mostly cloudy, but dry for the higher elevations. Now, by 5 o'clock tomorrow morning, there you can see another round of light showers. So Trinity County, Siskiyou County, western Siskiyou County, and along the coast. Now, some of those showers may survive the trip over the mountains, but 10 a.m., the coast, north coast, western Siskiyou, all of Siskiyou, Modoc County, Trinity County, but everyone else looking fairly dry. Now, we can't rule out a stray sprinkler or light shower, say mid to late morning for the valley tomorrow morning. Otherwise, you can see we're just not seeing a lot of activity. This is what I was talking about. The amount of rain we're going to see and snow we're going to see here over the next couple of days is not impressive at all. Now, by midday on Wednesday, we're starting to see some showers develop. We could see some thunderstorms develop for parts of the valley Wednesday afternoon. And of course, those snow flurries in the higher elevations. But look at the coast. The coast isn't seeing much, not much at all. Now, what we're seeing here is through Wednesday. Keep in mind, we do have more rain in the forecast for your Thursday. Now, this is through Friday. Of course, Friday is going to dry out, but this gives you an idea where most of the rain is going to be through this week. And actually, the footprint doesn't usually look like this. Usually, we don't see the most amount of rain or snow, for that matter, east of the valley, but that's the case. The dark blue is a ½ inch. The lighter blue is about 3/4 of an inch. Now, elsewhere, the darker green, that's 1/4 of an inch, and the lighter green is anywhere from a few hundredths to 1/10 of an inch of rainfall. So again, we look at the overall amount of rain that we're expected to see. Overall, it's just not that impressive. And of course, that also means the snow is not going to be that impressive either. We may see some light accumulations or get kind of that mix around Mount Shasta, Alturas, maybe even around Chester and Susanville. But again, this is not taking into account what we're going to see on Thursday. And you'll see the longer range is showing, yes, that low pressure system continues to give us that chance for showers on Thursday. But by Friday, high pressure is settling in. Saturday, high pressure still in place, and high pressure will still be in place on Sunday. We're still dry on Sunday, but by Sunday night into Monday, there's that next round of rain moving in, and that's going to, of course, bring us snow in the higher elevations. And I think this is going to be a colder storm system next Monday. This could bring our snow levels down to about 2,000, 2,500 feet on Monday. And of course, I'm seeing a lot more wet weather going into long range after that. All right, so let's take a look at the lake levels. Good news. Hey, look at this. The capacity of Shasta Lake is almost back up to 80%. And of course, we're over 80% and have been for Trinity Lake and Lake Oroville as well. So good news there. Cooler than normal conditions are in the long range here. And just to kind of show you, for Redding, for example, we do get back up to around or just above normal by the end of the week and this weekend, but then we're back down into the 50s. So yes, it's going to be cool this week and looks like even cooler for next week and wetter too. Now we look at the wave heights, they are actually starting to drop. There still is a small craft advisory this morning, but that will be allowed to expire at noon. And then the wave heights actually increase again for your Tuesday. All right, so there's your marine forecast for your Monday. Northwest winds at about 10 to 15 knots. And of course, we got that small craft advisory this morning. Should expire by midday. All right, so here's what we have today for Trinity County. Low 50s. And of course, looks like that's going to be the case here for everyone in Trinity County. Although a bit cooler out towards the south. Should be about 45 degrees in Forest Glen and 44 degrees in Mad River. The North Coast down to the south, look for a high of 53 degrees for Miranda, 52 for Red Crest, and 50 in Honeydew. And there you can see Ferndale, about 52. 51 in Hydesville, and there is Rio Dell at about 49 degrees. What we got here is 52 degrees for Blue Lake, as well as Hoopa, 53 in Willow Creek, 52 degrees for Orleans, 52 degrees for Crescent City for today, and Gas Key, about 46. How about Siskiyou County? Well, we've got 54 degrees in Horace Creek, 48 in Hornbrook, and we take you out to Scott Valley. Temperatures basically upper 40s, off and on chances for showers through Thursday. We dry out on Friday. Central, eastern Siskiyou County, snow levels on average 3,500 to 4,000 feet. I expect snow levels maybe just a tad higher for Modoc County, but about 4,000 to 4,500 feet. Once again, it's not going to be a lot of snow. Take you to the eastern mountains and temperatures in the low to mid 40s. And that's around the Bernie area. Of course, we can see Summit Lake about 34. 48 degrees in Chester and 45 degrees in Westwood. All right, let's take you to the eastern mountains to the south. Paradise, a high of 52 degrees. 52 degrees for Quincy and Susanville, a high of about 50. And we take a look at the valley to the south. That's, of course, sponsored by Walgamith Painting. And we've got those temperatures in the 60s, right around 60. We'll call it upper 50s to about 60. Now, there's your 7-day forecast for Chico. And what is this you see on the 7-day forecast? That is right. We need to spring forward 1 hour. It's that time of the year again, isn't it? Take a look at the valley neighborhood to the north, that is. Temperatures upper 50s to about 60 for that daytime high. And there's your 7-day forecast for Redding. We got those temperatures low 60s, and it looks like we're going to keep it that way. Now, mid 60s by Friday, mid 60s on Saturday, and right around 60 on Sunday. And once again, we're going to need to spring forward 1 hour. Now, I will say this, as far as the rain is concerned, don't count on much Tuesday. Chances for isolated showers Wednesday, maybe an isolated thunderstorm for the valley. Thursday, another round of showers, mostly cloudy skies, snow in the mountains, but then we get a break. And we warm up too, back in the mid 60s by Friday through the weekend, through Saturday at least. Sunday temperatures start to drop, but then by next Monday, we've got that next chance for rain. All right, folks. I apologize as I did this. I forgot to push record. It's not automatic like when I'm in my studio at home. So I will not be able to have this, unfortunately, on YouTube today. So it is, right? There you go. Let me see if there's anybody. I should be able to see some of the chat, but apparently I can't through this particular software. What am I looking at? What am I looking for? There it is. Let me see if any of you have anything going on here this morning, and it does not look like that's the case. All right, so that is going to do it for us this morning on Coffee with Kruger. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I will be back again tomorrow morning right at 6:30 with your latest Coffee with Kruger forecast, and we will, of course, have all the latest on what's going on up here. Maybe I'll have some pictures. I'll share pictures throughout the day today. You'll see me up on the mountain, hopefully. Hopefully I'll be up on the mountain. But I'll share what it looks like out my window. It's absolutely gorgeous. We'll see that for tomorrow. Until then, you have yourselves a great day, and we will see you tomorrow morning.